Welcome, my name is Matt, aka Road Today 88. We are getting into Super Mario Land World 2, levels 1, 2, and 3. World 2, level 1. We're just simply going towards the right. As I pointed out, my editing process is done in 30-second increments, being meshed in, sometimes plugging out mistakes. This being played off the Switch or Switch 2, in my case Switch 2. One aspect that you have now that the Game Boys did not have when this originally came out in 1981 or 1989 was the out-of-game save feature that Switch offers. That was a feature when I was 5 years old I never got to have. Anyways, you saw I went down a secret pipe. Some of them aren't so secret when they're practically almost the only pipes in the level. But the reason I bring up about the edit process is because I know it comes off seeming a little glitchy at times. I do apologize about that. And I also bring up about the progress save because I allowed some in-game progress saves to be seen. Partly one, because it has been a long time since I have played this. Since I got rid of my Game Boy probably well over 10 years ago, it's been a little while since I played it. I'm still pretty familiar with the game, nonetheless. But, like right here, I was deciding about doing a progress save, but I actually did not. Part of it is because when I'm having to do the 30-second increments, that's really my biggest reason why it happens, is for the 30-second increments. I have to make sure it's showing up on the upload and within that 30-second stretch. Otherwise, I have to restart the whole level to catch what might have been missed. But things like that kind of gives me a backup reason. So, anyone who's playing the game for the first time or struggles with the game, I'm also throwing that out there for that reason, or that reason also, because, there's probably some of y'all watching this who don't have the years of experience of playing this game. Some of y'all are probably new to this and probably just out of nature just simply struggle. It's a game. Just a game. We're gonna come on over. Oops. Now I had to do an upload right here, and I got lucky that there was a progress save there. But it's a good reason to do a progress save right at the tail end if you want to ensure that you get that top door, because that's where you get the bonus. You get the bonus exit off that top door. The bottom door just sends you straight to the next level. So, if you want to do a progress save when you see those two doors, that's a perfect time to do it for those of y'all that really want to guarantee getting that top door. If it takes you a few tries to get it, because they make it trickier and trickier. Anyways, we are going into World 2 Level 2. Now, in World 2 Level 2, you got a little more guys following along. It's practically almost the same map. This is Level 1. Almost. There are differences. You got a spaceship, dudes. We're going to drop down a hole similar to the Level 1 and do the same thing that we did in the first level in addressing this. At least when we're big and huge. If you're smaller, you're going to have an impossible time ever getting up to this top area. It would have been the case in the last level too. You might be able to handle getting down to the bottom one, but as far as that upper one, you wouldn't be big enough to break the brick to even get up into it. So, we're just gonna continue on. Same routine. Here's a change up from the last level. I mean, it's not the exact same level, obviously. It's just that startup kind of looked like the last level, didn't it? Almost like a deja vu moment. Here is another one of those stars. Yeah, I've played Mario. I'm not as fanatically fluent about Mario the way I am Star Wars. You know how with the Star Wars walkthroughs I'm riddled with non-stop fun facts. But when it comes to games like Mario, it's extensive. Or not extensive, but it's minimal compared to Star Wars. I know not enough about Mario and way too much about Star Wars. Once again, a similar pipe situation, except for this time that invisible block that we pop open. Then the last level was to the far right, this time it was to the left, just underneath that first gap. We are nearing the end of this level. We are right at the end. Now the next one is aquatic, and it has you on a constant move. And of course, with my upload approach, with World 2 Level 3, it had me automatically moving before I was ready to start recording. So it's just a couple seconds at the beginning you miss. And of course, whenever I'm doing my in-between upload takes, where I have to snap it, the 30-second increments or whatever increments I get them in, you'll notice some little gaps in between each of the scenes. That's just simply because in that level, it keeps you on a constant move. You can't just stop when you want to stop. It keeps you moving. So, World 2, Level 3. Each world has 3 levels. There are 4 worlds. We've done World 1. We're in World 2 now, the last level of it. We'll have 2 more worlds to work through. And I say work through. Again, back in the 80s, games like this, on the Game Boys, especially when you have no progress saves ability, they were intended to be beaten within the hour, within a short amount of time. They were not meant or designed to be able to be played in long-term time expanse, you know, not the way games are now where you have memory cards and upload saves and all that stuff. Games like this, they didn't have enough memory in them to be able to be played long in the first place. And even if they did, the consoles they came with didn't have a way to save them. So they had to keep them short. Ataris are kind of almost a different story, but still, there's only so much you can do with those too. Alright, so if you noticed, like the last boss, there's no defeating the boss. I mean, look at the thing just cry in pain when I hit it, but nothing's happening. So, we gotta get underneath, shoot out the blocks in our little sub-tank we're in, and get up to that switch. That takes care of the boss. Every boss is defeated by what we trigger behind them. So you gotta get around them. And unlike the later games, I guess Mario was dealing with Princess Peach, if I'm correct. I don't know what this Daisy thing is, but this must have been his first girlfriend or something. He must have gotten tired of chasing after rats and switched over to Princess Peach or something, I don't know. I'm sure there's someone out there who's more fanatically fluent about Mario than I am. But it's still a game series I'm interested in playing through and streaming up on my channel, so I mean, I got nothing against Mario. I'm just not as fluent about it as I am Star Wars. But I'll continue playing through whatever Mario games I come across that either pique my interest or is of interest to y'all and y'all want me to check out. Of course, I'll want to do my homework on it first before I just stream up stuff. But that is Super Mario Land World 2. Levels 1, 2, and 3. We will get into Super Mario Land World 3. Levels 1, 2, and 3 in the next video. Thank you for following. Subscribe to the channel, like the videos, comments, questions, suggestions down below. And I will see you then.